Hey everybody, I'm Steve and welcome to Centerburg, Ohio. That's right, today I'm asking you to join me as I wander around the quaint little town of Centerburg, Ohio. The town was platted in 1834 and originally named Centerburg due to its central location, and it serves as the midway point on the Ohio to Erie Trail. So Centerburg's been around since 1834. It is the geographical center of the state of Ohio. It served as a halfway point for stagecoaches between Cincinnati and Cleveland. They would stop here in Centerburg and rest their horses. In September here, they have something called the Old Time Farming Festival, and it just celebrates heritage and has demonstrations. They got food and entertainment here in this town. And if you're here in June, they have the Heart of Ohio USA Days Festival, and that has parades, live music, and other family-friendly activities. Centerburg's history is closely tied to the development of transportation routes also. They're a stagecoach route, and they also had the railroad come through here, and that actually spurred a lot of community growth. And look at these little poles, these light posts here in this little park that I'm walking around. Look, it's the state of Ohio with the heart right in the center. It says this 1,300-pound bell was made in Hillsboro, Ohio in 1882. And looks like this was put here in 1972. That's a heavy bell. This little courtyard's cool. It's got a little dog station here, so you can bring your pets for their walkies through here. Here's another one of those light poles with the state of Ohio. Right there, that's Centerburg right in there. So just starting to walk up one side of the road here, I see this antique shop, the Rusty Redhead. And it says they're open. And if you've watched our videos, you know how rare this is for this to happen, for me to find an open store. A lot of cool knickknacks around here. I do love antique shops. They're really cool. This appears to have sections, so I'm guessing this is kind of a consignment deal where you can bring your own stuff in and sell it. That's a cool setup. And I'm not saying that just because you can see me in the mirror. They got a lot of cool stuff. I love the way some of these booths are set up. They're really cool the way they're lit. What is that, like an old medicine cabinet or something? That's cool. I like that picture hanger. It's an old Dale Earnhardt picture. Ohio State. We're stepping up into a different section here. Yeah, you can see they're set up as booths. So this is more than likely like a consignment deal. Of course, you've got the Home Sweet Home sign. Gotta have that. Stress blessed and coffee obsessed. Speaking of that, next stop, coffee. So there's a sign on the front door that said the basement is open. So I'm going down to the basement. Oh, cool. Look at that lamp. That's amazing. And this cabinet here, it's got this cavity. I wonder if this was like an old sewing machine table or something like that. The wingback chair's cool. Got some legit signage. I don't know what the R is for. There's a John Wayne VHS collection right next to the creepy lion. I don't think I've ever seen a Campbell's soup tea set or cup set. That doesn't say Campbell's on it, but it definitely is part of that set. I'm sensing a theme. I don't really know much about Beanie Babies, but they have some in some protective little cases here. $30 for that one? Here's an old rotary phone, and it doesn't plug in. You have to wire it in. It wires directly in. I don't think I've ever seen one that just wires directly in like that. There's a lot of Cincinnati Reds stuff here. Pittsburgh Pirates. A lot of Cleveland stuff. This is awesome. They got a really good collection of stuff. They got baseball cards. They even have some sports memorabilia over here. So it's definitely one of the more organized antique store basements I've been in. Not the largest, but one of the most organized ones. So now I'm going to go back up and see if there's anything we missed. Where would you put your Slayer shirt in your booth? Would you put it next to the Dean Martin singing? I can't even get it out. That's funny. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. He's got his little microphone. Hi, Dino. Could get a Star Child Kiss mask. They got lots of cool vinyl here. There's Black Sabbath. Lots of vinyl. So they have some action figures from the Psycho Circus run of Kiss memorabilia, the action figures. I found them under Grogu. Grogu was sitting on them. So the setup's kind of cool. Like, you walk to one side, you go up a step, go over and down into the basement. Then when you cross the store back the other way, you come up a step and come into this room. And it's got several booths in it as well. Thou shalt not try me. Now, I don't know if these are supposed to be Emmett Kelly paintings, but they sure do look like it. Look at this. It's a Sears typewriter. It's got the case, or at least the bottom half of the case. I don't see the top setting off to the side or anything, but it's really cool. If you wanted a Scottie Pippen picture, the Laverne and Shirley board game, or a Green Bay Packers lunchbox, they got you covered. And in case you were wondering, yes, they have Prince Albert in a can. Well, they better let him out. This guy had a lot of Super Bowl snacks. There's a Cleveland Browns giant Pez dispenser. And Brutus. They got a beef eater there. They got one of the guards. And there's Dylan from 90210. It makes total sense. Oh, and here's LeBron James as Robin, in case you wanted that. That is funny. I didn't even know that existed. Now we're talking. There's some Darth Vader Empire memorabilia. Well, I enjoyed the Rusty Redhead antique store. That was really cool. Had a lot of cool stuff, and she played a lot of cool music. Now, as promised, coffee right up there. So they have a Bomb Pop lemonade and a Stars and Stripes cold brew. And this place is pronounced Kolacheez. Kolacheez coffee bar. It's why you got out of bed today. It kind of is. I've been wanting to try this place. So there are spots to sit and eat outside. They have picnic tables. They're all in direct sunlight. So I'm gonna go back over to this bench in this little park so I can have some shade and talk to you about kolaches. So kolaches refers to a food item that Czechoslovakians that immigrated to Texas brought with them. So kolache is a pastry, and it typically has like jellies or jams or fruit or something in it. And it almost kind of reminds you of a Danish. And I'll show you one here in just a second because I wanted to try it just so I can see what the hubbub's about, because they were sold out. The only kolache they had left was a strawberry. And I mean, they have like 20, 30, 40 different versions, but they are sold out already this morning. In fact, when I was going in, somebody had gotten like a dozen in a box. Now, what Texas did to the kolache is they said, we love the sweet pastry and we love how this basic Danish is made, but we're gonna Texas it up a bit and we're gonna put meat, cheese. They made it savory. So they also sell those kind of kolaches in there. You can get ham and cheese, you can get, oh man, I don't know. I'll show you the menu board here as I'm talking, but they have a whole lot of different versions. Plus they have the traditional kolache. And that's what I'm going to show you. So this is a strawberry and cheese kolache, and it looks and smells very much like a cheese Danish. However, cheese Danishes tend to be a little bit stiffer and not as spongy. And this, I don't know if you can see this, but you can see, I know this is kind of gross, but this is a little spongy. It's squishy. So that's the biggest difference I can see just by looking at it. Cursory look at it. So I'm going to take a bite out of the kolache and let you know. Well, it's really good. The strawberry jam isn't too sweet. It's a little tart, a little sweet, and it tastes like it was freshly made or locally made. I mean, it doesn't taste like it's out of a jar. It's really good. It does taste a lot like a Danish would, but it is fluffier. It's softer. It's cakier, slightly cakier than cheese Danish. It is really good. I would really like to try like a ham and cheese or something like that, because I think the sweet pastry with the ham and cheese. I think that'd be pretty good. We're about halfway through the kolache. It's really delicious. I like it. Now, my reason for going into Kolacheez was to get a coffee. And they got a really good menu for coffee in there too. And I asked them if they had like a white mocha with raspberry that I can get. And she said, we have a white mocha raspberry cake latte. And the difference is they take the white mocha, the milk, the espresso, the raspberry, and they put a shot of hazelnut in it. So it comes out looking like this. That is really good. Oh man, that's really good. It's sweet, but it's not too sweet. You can taste just a hint of the hazelnut in it. You can still taste the coffee in it, which is important to me. I love it. 10 out of 10. I love it. It's really good. So just continuing up the street here, I see a Subway. There's a HVAC place. There's a Federal Savings and Loan building. There's a dentist right there with the big pillars. That's a pretty cool building for a dentist. It's a fancy dentist building. I see a place here called the Toy Mill. Vintage to new toys, games, records, and collectibles. And they got a pretty cool window dressing. And I believe they are open. It's supposed to be open 11 to 6. Let's see if we can check them out. So this is a very cool store, and they've been here about a year and a half. They moved, while they've been in business about a year and a half, they moved a couple months back to a bigger space. So they're growing. So you'll see like a lot of local team stuff in here. But there's also some nods to their toy roots. You can get bottled waters in here for $1. Gatorade for $2. That's cool. They're part of the, I wonder if they're part of the trail. I guess it's never too soon to start thinking about Christmas. This is a little Ohio State Buckeye tree. Yeah, the Ohio to Erie Trail goes through here. It's a cool neon sign. We haven't even gotten to the toy room yet. There's a whole separate room right in there. I see marbles represented in here. That's cool.
Oh yeah.
Got some Lego stuff. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we've got a couple different Lego sets in here. Some Shang-Chi, Black Panther. You put Captain America behind the door. That's terrible.
Yeah, we didn't measure it right.
A lot of pop culture. I see Brian and Bart. Oh man, these old starting lineup figures. Those were the bomb when I was growing up.
Yes.
And it looks like you can get your own pieces for Lego. You got a velvety looking Batman. Here's the old one, like the comic book version almost. It's got a good mix of DC and stuff in here too. Look at Robin, he looks cool. So do you say AT-AT or AT-AT? Which generation are you?
So I try to correct myself when I say it, but I still say AT-AT Walker.
Yep, there's the chicken walker right there. Are these vintage figures here for
Yes.
Star Wars?
Vintage Kenner figures. We even have a couple graded ones too.
Nice. You know, I wish my foresight was better when I was little because I had every one of these. And this little Hoth playset down here.
And then you looking back, I was like, man, I wonder how much those old toys were. And some of them were like $70 a piece.
Oh, look at the little Lego ships. That's cool. Lightsabers down at the bottom. I think we even had this Dagobah set when I was little. And you got Kirk and Spock. All the busts, the Pez dispensers, those are cool. So you got Wolverine here. Marvel's Frogman, Blue Marvel. They got the Nintendo NES and an Atari next to each other. That's so awesome. A lot of games. Got some Harry Potter stuff here. I love pop figures. I'm a pop figure addict. I got some vinyl here. If you need a stroller for your Cabbage Patch doll or Cabbage Patch doll. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, that Hulk Hogan's probably going to go up in value.
Oh yeah.
I had a lot of those growing up. It's more of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff. On this side, they've got She-Ra, Barbie stuff over here, Transformers, and G.I. Joe. Look at Skeletor up there. That's awesome. And they've got some Thundercats. We've got some Barbie versions of some of the superheroes. There's Sue Storm. Clothes for Barbie. There's a Rainbow Bright. And here's a McDonald's ice cream machine, which, like an actual McDonald's, does not work. Strawberry shortcake. Look at the little strawberry shortcake figures. And a little clock. And finally, we got some My Little Pony stuff. And some lunch boxes. So that was the toy mill. That was a cool place. Not only is it a cool place, but the guy that runs it in there, super cool. It's very knowledgeable. I spent way too much time in there reminiscing, talking about old toys, old shows, plot lines, all kinds of stuff. He's so cool to talk to. You've got to check them out. If you come to Centerburg, you've got to go in there. It's amazing. You'll have a lot of fun and a lot of reminiscing. So you heard me mention the Ohio to Erie Trail in that toy store. So let me tell you a little bit about it. It is a 326-mile trail that goes on rail trails and canal trails from the Ohio River all the way up to Lake Erie. And it's a biking trail, and there's, you know, little places along the way you can stop and rest, and I think they're like little welcome centers or something like that for people that are out doing the trail. So yeah, there's a place here in town in Centerburg where you can rent bikes and ride a little piece of the trail and come back. If you're a cyclist, you can check that out. Here's a place for lease right in the downtown area. And here's another good place to grab a bite. Half Baked Bistro. It's a bake shop, restaurant, and they do catering. It says, come on in, we're awesome. But yeah, they're open Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Ladies and gentlemen, it is lunchtime, and when I'm in Centerburg, that can only mean one thing: pizza. Long Branch Pizza is one of the best places to eat here in Centerburg, and we're gonna go in and get a piece. I wanted some Long Branch pizza, but unfortunately they don't open until like 3 p.m. So it'll be another several hours before they open up. I have eaten here before. They do have very good pizza in here. So if you're ever in Centerburg, make sure you stop and get a pie. I have noticed there are no walk lights, no pedestrian lights here at any of the intersections in town, which there's like 2 or 3 intersections in town, but yeah, so you're just kind of watching for traffic. Look both ways before you cross the street. And here is the town hall building. You can see it says Centerburg, the heart of Ohio. It's their town hall building. They have a payment box where you can place payments there. I'm not sure what you're paying here. If you got any business at town hall, this is where you would go. And they have the public library attached to the side. And you can see the public library was established in 1924. And there's a longer shot of the library that's next to town hall. And this building is for the village of Centerburg. But they got a really cool mural I wanted to show you. Kind of gives you some of the town history. There's the carriage rides, the carriages that would come through town, the stagecoaches that would rest halfway between Cincinnati and Cleveland. The railroad that helped the city really grab hold and grow. And the progress of motor vehicles, the town square. Really cool. It's kind of a neat rundown, and it gives you kind of dates here. So that's circa 1930, circa 1920, the railroad circa 1910, and for the stagecoaches coming through, circa 1890. And lots of pretty flowers in front of them, so it's very zhuzhed up. Here's another little place where you can bring your puppy. They got a gazebo up there. They're currently mowing the grass. They got a water fountain here and a cool shaded place to sit. And if you can't tell, I'm a little echoey now because we stepped into the gazebo. This gazebo right here. Isn't this awesome? They've got these little benches to sit on in here. And also, they've got places to sit around it, as well as picnic tables. So I got a picnic table over there and one over there. So I guess I'm gonna start making my way back to my vehicle and then we'll wrap up this video, but it's been pretty cool. I'll tell you, those kolaches are no joke. Make sure you stop in there and get a kolache and some coffee when you're in town. It's really good stuff. People are super nice. I love cheese danishes, and that was just enough like a cheese danish to make me fall in love. That's gonna do it for my trip to Centerburg, Ohio, the geographical center of the state of Ohio. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to the channel so that way you get notified when we post new content. And keep an eye out for our next video where we'll answer the question, where to next?